The relationship between France and the United States is solid, strategic, indispensable, and multidimensional. I'm Miche Ramis. I'm director of the American and Caribbean Department at the French Ministry of Europe and Foreign Affairs. I took office in September of last year, and with my team I'm managing the relationship with 35 countries in the hemisphere and dealing also with regional situation. I was previously ambassador to Bucharest and to Bogota. My visit in Washington, D.C. has three purposes. The first objective is to meet in person with a member of the Biden administration that I have met on video conference and Zoom, and for the first time in my current capacity I can meet them in person and to exchange our relationship on our common interest in the region and cultivate our alliance. The second objective is to meet the team of the French embassy in the US, and especially the general consul that are meeting at the moment in Washington. We have been deprived from this gathering for 2 years because of the pandemic, and I'm very pleased to meet them. And the third purpose is to have a meeting in the OAS, Organization of American States, where we have a permanent observer, and to discuss with them the situation in the region, meet the Secretary General and meet permanent representative to the OAS. France and the US are very old allies. France, I think, is the oldest ally of the US in Europe. We have been helping the US during their independence war. We have had some disagreement, some crisis, namely the crisis of the submarine, the AUKUS partnership. Because of our strong common interests and strong values and the fact that we are sharing the same democratic principle, we managed to overcome this crisis, and our two presidents met in Rome, and we were successful in adopting a joint declaration that reshape the French-American relationship for the future. This declaration was focused on three issues. First of all, recognition by the US of the added value of the European defense policy. Secondly, commitment from the US to support our common effort against terrorism in Sahel. And the third objective was to recognize the role of France in the Indo-Pacific. On the basis of the declaration, I think we had, since the beginning of the war against Ukraine, had a lot of consultation, and I think this is very important to show a unity against Russia and to show that we are united, you are strong allies, and that we can bring with us all our partners and allies in this terrible crisis. During my meeting with American representatives, we had the opportunity to discuss about regional crises. France is an American state because we have 6 overseas territories in the continent, and we have a strong interest in preserving rule of law, democracy, fight against trafficking, and we had very useful exchanges with our US counterpart on different regional crises and different regional items of the continent. In conclusion, the relationship between France and the United States is solid, strategic, indispensable, and multidimensional.